Hey, it's Scotty Davis from The Scotty Show, along with Rachel and Jordan from The Ready Set.
What's up? How's it going?
How are you? How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Dude, I'm great. I'm very intrigued by what you do. I love your music. And you, how old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
Okay, so you just turned 20, right?
I actually turned 21 in a couple weeks. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now you're from Fort Wayne.
Yep.
And you pretty much are. If I'm everything I've read about you is true, and everything I'm hearing about you is true, you write it, produce it, and kind of like the only time you got a band is when you're pretty much on tour.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's how it kind of started. I just sat down with a keyboard, wrote all my own stuff, and it's just like a solo project with a band name. It's kind of weird, but I like it that way.
No, I like it because it's almost reminiscent to like a to Trent Reznor, Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of stuff. Yep. Florence and the Machine.
Yep.
That kind of stuff. And you do a hell of a job.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
Rachel, he's of age, so.
I know, but I think my little sister wants to go after him before I do, but I can hook that up. She's really cute, I swear. Anyway, so you've been all over the United States. You've been everywhere. But what does it mean to you to be back in Indianapolis? Does it hold a special place for you in your heart?
Yeah, I mean, anytime we play in Indiana, it's awesome. I mean, right off the bat, I got out and started touring right away. I started playing everywhere else in the country but Indiana. So when I come back to Indiana and see that I have a song that's doing well here and people like it, it blows my mind. It's great to have like the hometown crowd kind of be behind it and just be like stoked about what I'm doing. It's amazing. So.
How long do you get to be here until you're off to the next place?
I'm here till 5 in the morning and then I'm off to Long Island.
That sucks.
But you know.
Let me ask you this: since you've been out and you're doing the road and you're doing all the music stuff, have you been surprised by any people that you've heard like via through the grapevine that are into your music that you're like, really, wow, like that's impressive to me?
Yeah, I mean, it's really weird. I think more so what's strange to me is like seeing people that I know, or like people that like don't know the song as me, like just be really into it. It's really weird. Like a lot of bands that we've toured with like know the song and then like we'll play it and they'll be like, oh wait, it's them. And it's just weird that a lot of people are just like, a lot of people that I wouldn't expect to like know it or be into it are, and it's crazy. So
like, who was the one that surprised you the most?
I don't really know. I mean, there hasn't been any like big one that's just like, that's insane that person likes it, but I'm still kind of waiting. I'm waiting for someone to be like, yeah, this guy heard your song who's like huge and he likes it. My mind would just be blown. So
you're waiting to get it. You're waiting to get that. By the way, Phil Collins wants to hang out with you.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Who was like, as far as, and I know this is like a cliche question to ask, but influences growing up. I mean,
influences growing up were things way different than what I'm doing now. I mean, I was into like heavier stuff growing up. I played drums, so I wanted to play like the hardest stuff I could, and I grew up listening to like punk rock and stuff like that, and then I got into like every other kind of music from there, and I was just drawn to melody, and that's what like sold me on music. So like naturally pop music's the most melodic stuff there is, so like I was like, that's what I want to write. So my influences honestly are just literally anything I hear. Anything goes in my ears, whether I know it or not, it's an influence, and it's gonna come out in some way in a song, I think.
Who's your favorite drummer?
A favorite drummer? Oh man.
If you don't say Neil Peart, I'm gonna be very, very disgusted. Well, I'm a huge Rush fan.
Well, first, okay, I'll say Neil Peart to appease you, and then second, I'm gonna have to say, I dare be so bold as to say my live drummer Travis might be one of the top of my list.
Really?
You got to see him. He and I'm super picky about drummers. I'm like, cause that's where I started. So like, any live drum I've ever had, I'm like, not good enough. But this guy, he's good. He's good. He hits harder than anyone I've ever had play for me. So I'm stoked.
All right, the Ready Set. Getting ready to perform. We're at True Nightclub, the Erotic Exotic Ball. It's radio now, 100.9 at IMC.